Welcome back, dear students. This is Dharamveer Singh, Biology faculty of Shivraj Singh Children's Academy. Students, we are discussing about chapter molecular basis of inheritance, and in this chapter, so far we have discussed how the genetic material is discovered. What are the different researchers that work on the discovery of the genetic material, means which biomolecule is the genetic material of the living organism. And so far we have discussed and completely proved that DNA is the genetic material of all the living organism, that unequivocally proved by the Hershey and Chase experiment. After that, we have discussed about the structure of the DNA. DNA is the polynucleotide chain. This is made up of three main components that make a nucleotide. These components are pentose sugar, phosphoric acid, and third thing is nitrogenous bases. Okay, so in DNA, okay, we are discussing about the DNA. In DNA, three main components are present. Three main components are present. One is pentose sugar. Second one is nitrogenous bases. And third thing is phosphate. What is phosphate? When three components are joined, then they form a nucleotide, and this nucleotide is the monomer of a chain. ये बेटा न्यूक्लियोटाइड्स होते हैं, they are the monomers of the chain. When different nucleotides are joined with the help of phosphodiester bond, then they form a chain, and this chain is known as polynucleotide chain because their number of nucleotides are joined. And this polynucleotide chain in DNA mainly present in paired form. How? In paired form in DNA, this polynucleotide chain is always present in paired form, and pairing is anti-parallel, that we discussed in the double helical structure. Okay, so how these pentose sugar, nitrogenous bases and phosphate are attached in a nucleotide chain, and when these attach, they form a polarity, and this polarity is known as 5' to 3' linkage. What is 5' to 3' linkage? What is this 5' to 3' linkage? Today we will discuss here. So we know that this is a single nucleotide, deoxynucleotide. It contains a nitrogenous base here, that is adenine. It contains here phosphoric acid or phosphate. This is a polynucleotide chain. This is a nucleotide, a single nucleotide. This is first carbon, second carbon, and third carbon. This is 3' end. This is 3' end where OH is present, because OH is the polar molecule, and this OH is able to form the bonds. That's why this end of the nucleotide is known as the 3' end. Okay, so 3 carbon atom where OH molecule is present is known as the 3' end of the nucleotide. And fifth carbon, this is the fifth carbon, and this is the fourth carbon. Fifth carbon where phosphate is added, and this is known as 5' end. What is? It is known as 5' end. That's why always linkage is 3', 5'. बेटा क्या होता है? 5' के ऊपर phosphate होगा. When next molecule or next nucleotide is came, बेटा क्या होगा? जब नया nucleotide आएगा, then what happens? When next nucleotide came, then what happens? Here O, a phosphate, after that another, after that carbon or CH2, carbon in the form of CH2. Then a new nucleotide is added, and it also have polarity of 3' OH, and here another nitrogenous base is added. If it is A, then we can take here a T, thiamine. Okay, then what happens here? यहाँ से बेटा क्या होगा? ये OH जो होगा वो न्यूट्रलाइज हो जाएगा. This OH molecule is neutralized or hydrolyzed, and after that a linkage is formed. A linkage is formed between the third carbon to the O, and this linkage is known as phosphodiester linkage. इस लिंकेज को बेटा क्या हम नाम देते हैं? दिस लिंकेज इज नोन एज फॉस्फोडाइस्टर लिंकेज, एंड ड्यू टू फॉस्फोडाइस्टर लिंकेज a new nucleotide is added, and this linkage that is formed between the 3' or 3 carbon end to the 5 carbon end. On 3 carbon end of one nucleotide OH is present, and 5th carbon on the another nucleotide phosphate is present. That's why it is also known as 5' phosphate to 3' OH linkage. इसलिए बेटा इसको और क्या नाम देते हैं? 5' phosphate to 3' OH linkage, because in a nucleotide always on 5th prime end phosphate is present and 3' end OH is present. So DNA always have an polarity from 5' to 3'. बेटा DNA के अंदर एक जो थ्रेड होता है, जो एक स्ट्रैंड है इसका, उसके अंदर पोलरिटी क्या होगी? 5' to 3'. दिस इज नोन एज सिंपली 3' 5' linkage or 5' 3' linkage or phosphate to OH linkage. Next thing, the next topic that is most important before we going to discuss about the double helix model of the DNA is that Chargaff's rule. Okay, so the next that is most important topic we discussed here about Chargaff rule. Who was the Chargaff? Chargaff was an Austrian American scientist. बेटा क्या है? एक Austrian American scientist हैं, and who proposed a chemical, we can say that, base pairing in the case of DNA, and chemical base pairing have a special type of the arrangement. Chargaff rule. Chargaff's rule. Chargaff was an Austrian American biochemist who proposed a work on the chemical base pairing of the nitrogenous bases in DNA, of the nitrogenous bases in DNA, and tells us about that in a DNA of a single species, or we can say that in different species, the total amount of adenine is always equal to the total amount of thymine. Means if a species have 20% of adenine, then it also have 20% thymine. अगर किसी स्पीसीज के पास 20% एडेनिन है तो बेटा उसके पास 20% ही थायमीन होगा. और वी कैन से दैट इफ a species have 35% of guanine, then it also have 35% of cytosine. Okay, if a species have adenine that is 20%, then thymine also is 20%, because in DNA adenine always, in double stranded DNA, adenine always pairs with thymine with double hydrogen bond. Okay, in a double helix or double helical model, in double stranded DNA, adenine always pairs with thymine and guanine always pairs with cytosine with a triple hydrogen bond. That's why Chargaff proposed this rule that adenine is always equal to the thymine. Means if we know the amount of adenine or amount of only a single base pair, only a single base, बेटा क्या है, अगर हम किसी भी एक सिंगल बेस का अमाउंट जान जाए या पता हो जाए, then we are able to find out the amount of all the base pair in the DNA. Means if anyone give us that in any DNA the amount of guanine is 40%, in any DNA the amount of guanine is 40%, then what will be the amount of adenine, thymine and cytosine? This is a question. Then we know that the guanine is always equals to the cytosine. So the amount of guanine is 40%, then the amount of the cytosine is also 40%. Next thing is that the DNA that contains a total constant DNA means now 20% is left. 20% is left because 40% guanine and 40% cytosine, total makes 80%. So 20% is left. So this 20% makes adenine and thymine. So adenine always equal to the thymine. Though what happens, this 20% divide into 2, 10% is adenine and 10% is thymine. So if we know a single nucleotide, a single nitrogenous base amount in a DNA, then we are find out all the nitrogenous bases amount that are present in the particular DNA. So this is the Chargaff rule. In brief, we can say that Chargaff tells us about that in any DNA, the total amount of purine is always equal to the total amount of pyrimidine. ऐसा भी बोल सकते हैं. हमको क्या बताया था बेटा चारगाफ ने कि जितना प्यूरिन का अमाउंट होगा उतना ही pyrimidine का होगा. देखते हैं, यहाँ से देख लेते हैं. प्यूरिन्स बेटा कौन कौन से हैं? एडेनिन और ग्वानिन. एडेनिन कितना है? 10%. ग्वानिन कितना है? 40%. टोटल कितना हो गया? 50%. तो 50% प्यूरिन्स है और 50% ही क्या है बेटा? pyrimidines हैं. So total amount of purine is always equal to the total amount of pyrimidine, or purines plus pyrimidines equals to the constant. So this is the Chargaff's rule that is most important for the nitrogenous base pairing or chemical base pairing of the nitrogenous bases in the case of the DNA. It's most important when we will going to discuss about the double helical structure of the DNA. Okay. Next thing after the Chargaff rule is that how nitrogenous base are pairs. How this nitrogenous base in the case of a DNA are pair. बेटा ये nitrogenous base एक double stranded DNA के अंदर कैसे pairing करते हैं? This is most important before we going to discuss about double helical structure. So nitrogenous bases are, in the case of DNA, adenine, guanine, thymine and cytosine. These 4 nitrogenous bases are present and they pair to each other to form a double helical structure. So adenine always pairs with thymine with double hydrogen bond. Okay, means adenine always pairs with thymine with double hydrogen bond. And next thing is that, or second thing, guanine always pairs with cytosine. Okay beta, in the DNA guanine always pairs with cytosine with triple hydrogen bond. How? Triple hydrogen bond. So you know that a double hydrogen, out of double hydrogen bond and triple hydrogen bond, which bond is most, we can say that is strong. So the triple bond is always most strong. That's why if any DNA transcription is going to begins, बेटा किसी भी DNA के अंदर जब ट्रांसक्रिप्शन होने जाता है, जब DNA से RNA बनना होता है, then always transcription begins at AT rich region. बेटा क्या होता है? ट्रांसक्रिप्शन हमेशा कहाँ पे स्टार्ट होगा? ट्रांसक्रिप्शन स्टार्ट्स एट AT rich, adenine thymine rich regions of the DNA, because breaking of double bond uses less amount of energy in compared to the triple bond. बेटा अगर हमको double bond break करना है, then we need less amount of energy than compared to the triple bond. So it is all about the chemical base pairing, Chargaff rule and 5' to 3' linkage. Now we move on the most important topic, that is DNA double helical model or structure of the DNA. Now we will going to discuss about structure of the DNA. So students, now we are going to discuss about the double helical structure of DNA or double helical model in the structure of DNA. So now I am going to discuss about structure of DNA. And in structure of DNA, we discuss about the Watson and Crick's model, that is double helix model. Double helix model. And this double helix model given by Watson and Crick, but the most important work is done by Maurice Wilkins and Rosalind Franklin. Rosalind Franklin is also known as the Dark Lady of the DNA. She was the Dark Lady of DNA, died at very early age in 37 years old. When she was 37 years old, she was died. That's why after the discovery of double helical structure, Maurice Wilkins, Watson and Crick get the Nobel Prize in 1962, but she was died in 1958. That's why she was absent when the people's getting the Nobel Prize. So before the double helical model, two scientists, that was Rosalind Franklin and Maurice Wilkins proposed a X-ray diffraction data of DNA. What? They proposed X-ray diffraction data of DNA. And this X-ray diffraction data, on the basis of this X-ray diffraction data, Franklin indicate that DNA is a highly ordered molecule. DNA is a highly ordered molecule and made up of repeated substructures along the axis, along the length of DNA, or along their length. Means Franklin tells that the DNA is made up of small subunits that are arranged in a ordered manner. That's why DNA is highly ordered molecule, and these subunits are present along the axis. Means DNA is as long as these subunits are present. So this data is known as X-ray diffraction data because they perform crystallography, and crystallography only done on those molecules that are simply crystalline in nature. बेटा उन molecules के ऊपर X-ray crystallography किया जाता है जो normal condition में crystalline हो सकते हैं. So they work on the DNA with the help of X-ray diffraction and propose the data, and on the basis of the data they given their interpretation. Okay, so what happens? The Watson and Crick, two scientists, Watson and Crick uses this X-ray diffraction data along with the Chargaff's chemical base pairing and proposed a double helical structure of DNA. What happens? The two scientists in 1953. So in 1953, what? Watson and Crick uses the X-ray diffraction data and Chargaff's chemical base pairing base pairing data to proposed the double helical structure of DNA means in the double structure of DNA, the X-ray diffraction data and Chargaff's chemical base pairing also plays a most important role, because in absence of this data, the double helical model was not able to propose. So what happens? Watson and Crick simply tells us about that the DNA is a double helical model. What? DNA is a double helical structure in which two strands are present in anti-parallel manner. What? DNA is a double helical structure in which two strands are paired together in anti-parallel manner, means one strand of the DNA is from 5' to 3' and another strand starts from the 3' and end with the 5', means two strands are joined together, and in this two strand the backbone of this strand is made up of, जो बेटा ये backbone होगी, this backbone is made up of फॉस्फोडाइस्टर लिंकेज. किसकी बनी हुई होती है? फॉस्फोडाइस्टर लिंकेज means the main backbone is formed by the phosphodiester linkage nucleotides that are attached to each other with the help of pentose sugar phosphate, pentose sugar phosphate, pentose sugar phosphate, that makes the backbone. And how these two strands are joined to each other? These two strands are joined to each other with the help of the nitrogenous bases that are present in DNA. With the help of nitrogenous bases that are present in the DNA. Nitrogenous bases in the case of DNA are two types. Adenine that pairs with thymine and guanine that pairs with cytosine. And this DNA have a pitch. Means one complete round is known as pitch. It starts from here and end with here, and this have an height of 3.4 nanometer, or we can say that 34 angstrom. Means one pitch of DNA have an height of 3.4 nanometer or 34 angstrom. This is for the B DNA, right-handed B DNA. बेटा जो हम डिस्कस कर रहे हैं, this structure he given for the right-handed B DNA, because there are three main types of DNA that are found in the, we can say that living organism, that is B DNA, A DNA and Z DNA. But here we will discuss about B DNA. So in the case of B DNA, a pitch of 3.5 nanometer or 34 angstrom is there, and in one pitch, एक pitch के अंदर, in one pitch 10 nucleotides are present. 10 nucleotide base pairs are present. Means a pitch is of 3.4 nanometer or 34 angstrom, and in one pitch 10 nucleotides base pairs are present. So between the nucleotide base pair, this is a distance. बेटा क्या होगा? न्यूक्लियोटाइड बेस पेयर्स के बीच में भी एक डिस्टेंस होगी, एंड दिस डिस्टेंस इज ऑफ 0.34 नैनोमीटर और 3.4 एंगस्ट्रॉम. क्या होगा बेटा? अगर एक पिच में 10 न्यूक्लियोटाइड हैं और एक पिच का जो डिस्टेंस है 3.5 नैनोमीटर है, तो इन न्यूक्लियोटाइड्स के बीच का जो बेटा क्या होगा डिस्टेंस होगा, दैट इज 3.4 एंगस्ट्रॉम 0.34 नैनोमीटर. दिस इज अबाउट द डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ न्यूक्लियोटाइड्स दैट आर प्रेजेंट इन द डीएनए एंड डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ pitches that are present in the DNA. Next thing is that in double helical model some groups are also present. Some of them are major groups and some of them are minor group. बेटा कुछ क्या है मेजर ग्रूव हैं और कुछ क्या है माइनर ग्रूव्स हैं. These grooves, this is known as मेजर ग्रुप. ये बेटा क्या है, ये मेजर ग्रूव है और ये माइनर ग्रूव है. दिस इज माइनर ग्रूव. We know that some parts of DNA is needed and this part is transcribed to form a mRNA and an mRNA form a protein. Not always all the parts of DNA are needed. So those parts that are not needed are silent by adding some special type of the regulatory proteins, and the regulatory proteins always added in the major and minor grooves. Why these grooves are present? For the regulation of DNA और जीन एक्सप्रेशन. DNA एक्सप्रेशन बेटा क्या हो, DNA हमेशा अपने आप को एक्सप्रेस ना करता रहे, हमेशा इसे mRNA ना बनते रहें. दैट्स वाई दे हैव ए स्पेशल टाइप ऑफ ग्रूव, एंड इन दिस ग्रूव रेगुलेटरी प्रोटीन्स आर ज्वाइन, एंड दिस रेगुलेटरी प्रोटीन रेगुलेट द DNA. ओके, सो दिस इज अबाउट समथिंग अबाउट द डबल हेलिकल मॉडल. ओके, 1 second. Here I prepare a diagram how the anti-parallel strands are joined together. बेटा एक केमिकल स्ट्रक्चर बना करके देखते हैं हाउ द एंटी पैरेलल स्ट्रैंड्स आर जॉइंड टुगेदर. This is the structure of the DNA. Simply that is known as double stranded structure. This is 5 prime 3 prime and second is 3 prime to 5 prime, means they are present anti-parallel. If we form the chemical structure of this part, then we got a special type of orientation. बेटा अगर हम इसका केमिकल स्ट्रक्चर बनाने के लिए जाएंगे तो हमको क्या मिलेगा, हाउ दिस टू स्ट्रैंड्स आर अरेंज्ड. एक मिनट. CH2O phosphate. Okay, here OH and here and nitrogenous base is add. Next thing is that phosphate. Okay, and what happens? This is 3 prime and this is 5 prime. This is 5 prime and this is 3 prime because it is 5 prime phosphate and 3 prime OH. Now the next strand here guanine is present. Now the next strand that come is totally anti-parallel. बेटा क्या होगा, वो बिल्कुल इसका उल्टा होगा. कैसे होगा देखते हैं कैसे होगा वो स्ट्रैंड कैसे जुड़ा हुआ होगा. Okay, this and from this side what happen, this CH2 this O क्या होगा बेटा, इससे एक और न्यूक्लियोटाइड ज्वाइन किया हुआ होगा. दैट इज इन एंटी पैरेलल मैनर ऑल्सो, जो भी बेटा एक एंटी पैरेलल मैनर में ज्वाइन करेगा. नाउ व्हाट हैपेंस, this another nucleotide then always contains here cytosine because guanine always pairs with the cytosine. And here what happens, phosphate complete its 5 valencies and now this joined with the triple bond and this joined with the double bond. So if we make the whole structure of the DNA, अगर बेटा देखेंगे सारे का सारा DNA क्या होगा, ऐसे ही न्यूक्लियोटाइड एडेड होते हैं जिसमें क्या होता है, दे आर नाइट्रोजनस बेसेस एक्सपोज इनसाइड. नाइट्रोजनस बेस बेटा अंदर की तरफ आगे होंगे एंड दिस इज 3 prime and this is here 5 prime end is present. This is 5 prime end, this is 3 prime because this is totally anti-parallel. One is upward and another is downward. That's this orientation is known as anti-parallel orientation of the DNA. In this anti-parallel orientation what happens, one strand is start from 5 prime and end with 3 prime and another start with 3 prime and end with 5 prime and their nucleotides we can say that their backbone is made up of phosphate and nucleotide. बेटा क्या दिख रहा है हमको? पेंटोज शुगर दिख रहा है, पेंटोज शुगर एंड फॉस्फेट. तो बेटा बैकबोन में हमको क्या मिल रहा है? पेंटोज शुगर एंड फॉस्फेट, एंड दे आर ज्वाइंड बाई फॉस्फोडाइस्टर बॉन्ड. एंड इनसाइड अगर अंदर की तरफ देखेंगे, हाउ दिस डबल हेलिक्स मॉडल, बेटा कैसे ये डबल हेलिक्स मॉडल के अंदर ये दोनों स्टैंड आपस में जुड़े हुए हैं. दिस बोथ द स्टैंडर्ड्स आर ज्वाइंड टू ईच अदर विद द हेल्प ऑफ द हाइड्रोजन बॉन्ड. बेटा ये क्या है? दीज आर द हाइड्रोजन बॉन्ड्स, हाइड्रोजन बॉन्ड्स दैट आर फॉर्म बिटवीन द नाइट्रोजनस बेसिस ऑफ टू स्टैंड, जो बेटा स्टैंड के नाइट्रोजनस बेसिस के बीच में बने हुए हैं. सो one thing is clear from here, if we know about one stand then we are able to know about the another stand. but बेटा अगर हमको एक स्टैंड पता चल जाए कि यहाँ पे ए होगा, एडेनिन होगा, यहाँ पे पेंटोज शुगर है, यहाँ पे फॉस्फेट है, तो हम जान जाएंगे इन अनदर स्टैंड ऑलवेज टी इज प्रेजेंट बिकॉज एडेनिन ऑलवेज पेयर्स विथ टी. अगर यहाँ पे हमको पता चल जाए कि ग्वानिन है, देन वी नो दैट हियर ऑलवेज साइटोसिन इज प्रेजेंट बिकॉज इन द केस ऑफ डीएनए ग्वानिन ऑलवेज पेयर्स विद द साइटोसिन. So this is the double helical model that is proposed by the Watson and Crick. What are the peculiar features? Number first, in the case of DNA double helix, the two strands are present and both the strands are anti-parallel. बेटा क्या होते हैं? Anti-parallel to each other. Next thing और second thing that are seen here, that जो हमको बेटा यहाँ पे दिख रहा है, second thing is that in a DNA or double stranded DNA a pitch is present. A pitch is of 3.4 नैनोमीटर. जो बेटा एक पिच होगी दैट इज ऑफ 3.4 नैनोमीटर, जो बेटा यहाँ से लेकर के यहाँ तक होगी, इट हैव अ हाइट ऑफ 3.4 नैनोमीटर. थर्ड थिंग, इन वन पिच 10 nucleotides are present. In one pitch 10 nucleotides are present. Number 4, between the nucleotide distance from each other, nucleotide distance from each other by 0.34 nanometer. Fifth thing, in DNA minor groove and major groove are present. In DNA minor and major groove are present for their regulation, for their gene regulation. Both the strands are anti-parallel and this anti-parallel strand adenine. Sixth, adenine is pairs with thymine with double hydrogen bond, and guanine pairs with cytosine with triple H bond. Next thing is that the backbone of DNA, seventh, backbone of double helix is made up of phosphodiester linkage. Eighth, we can write down here the one strand start from 5 prime and end with 3 prime, another strand start with 3 prime and end with 5 prime. So there are number of features of double stranded of DNA. So I think it's clear for you all. If you have any problem and any doubt, then you can make a comment in comment box. We will discuss about next topic in our subsequent classes. Thank you dear students for watching my video.